So then, back to the track shed, eh? Fitted some new discs and pads last weekend and starting to rust up a little bit already, which, well, you'd expect. It's going to happen. But yeah, so they're on. Now, got some braided brake lines now. Matt Lewis Racing. Look pretty good, to be fair. Nice chunky. Yeah, I am, yes. Back to the track shed.
Back to the track shed.
The bleed nipple on the other side snapped when I was trying to bleed the brakes, ready for MOT. So I have got myself an upgrade. Subaru Impreza, 4 pots. So have a look, because I'm spaced on the Peugeot wheels, I've got an extra 18mm of clearance, which seems to be coming in handy. I'm still a little bit weary about this lip that we've got going on inside of there, whether I can clear that, but that is going to be my little investigation today, whether I can do a 4-pot Subaru brake upgrade. I've just placed it over the disc just to see for clearances like, but yes, it's sitting on top of the disc, obviously, because I've just got it sat there, but clearance issues like are not an issue. Oh. Looking pretty good that there, but I am going to have to do a little bit of shaving on this face here because I need to get a bit of metal in between these 2 sets of tabs so that I can make myself my own bracket. Yeah. Right. ST170 brake upgrade on the track shed. Unfortunately, these are actually too big for the new brake setup where I'm going Scooby, 4 pots. So, my other option was downgrading to Cosworth front discs. 300mm on these ones, which will be going on the Mini over there because that needs 300mm for the Brembos. And I have here 284mm front discs from a Sapphire Cosworth. These ones use a slight bit bigger, but let's see how we get these sitting. Right, as you can see, if you look from here, see how those pistons are proud of the disc? I'm not really happy about that. I want them to be a bit lower down. So I got a proper push on the piston, but let's have a look and see roughly if I can. See? And there we go. So now you can kind of get an idea of where the pistons are and how far up the disc they are. Not really happy with that, so gonna have to relocate. So as you see, there is next to nothing to it. I think it's about 300mm those ones, 284mm, so 16mm difference.
Very nice.
Yeah, exactly the same as what I'm replacing, basically, like all brand new. So there's your new upgrade disc, so you can go for your Brembo setup on the old track slag.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going, I never thought I'd be downgrading the Cosy parts, like, you know, but there we go. Nothing to see here, officer. unfortunately been having a little bit of an issue on the back there with the knuckle gouging into the back of the disc. Not being much I could really do to rectify that until now. And this is the solution that I've decided to go with. Yep. New bottom arms with adjustable pinch bolt on the bottom. I think that is going to sort the job out. Let's get them unpacked. Bit of chafing on the back there because the knuckle is too fat due to the discs that I've used. The spacing from here to the actual disc itself is further back. That has worked in my favour because it gives me the clearance behind the back of the spokes for the bigger caliper set, because obviously being 4 pots, you've got a lot more meat at the front than what you would normally have. So as you can see, yeah, this one's really bad, like. But these new ones are brilliant. Fully rose jointed. This is rose jointed and adjustable. Decent piece of kit, but it should be for 350 quid. Shout out to can't remember where I got them from now. Comp Brake Motorsport Limited for their bottom arms. Lovely piece of kit. I am now just going to have a look, because if I'm going to be getting into here, what I would like to do at the same time is here, the rubber bushings for the steering arm. I do have Racing Puma aluminium versions, just trying to find them. Right, yeah, happy with that. Looking a damn sight better than what it was. Same over here. Looks a little bit tidier, makes me happier. These, on the other hand, are really doing my OCD, along with this rear axle and the petrol tank, but I don't care about that because I have an intention that I would like to put a proper fuel cell inside of the vehicle. Here are the standard ones, as you can see. The original knuckle is riveted in. These bits here, rubber bushed, but this one here, from what it looks like, there's no holes down there, so it looks like this is a repressed part, not an original modified to fit. But you can see where rose jointed parts inside here and there, adjustable end bit, and yeah, nicely welded in place. Pretty good. Right, let's get them fitted. Weird. That one seems to be a 23, whereas the other side seems to be a 24. As you can see. But does not fit that side. What was it? Yeah, man.
What?
Happy with that, look. All set up, all sorted out, like, all tightened up. But yeah, fully rose jointed bottom arms. Yes, but you haven't looked at how it's been set up. There's obviously a pinch bolt here. That's just the shim. It's in far as it needs to be. That's tightened up. That's been nipped up. Everything's tightened up. But yeah, mate, fucking impressed with that.
Really? Sure, they actually go in a bit more now.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously where you've got the groove around the pinch bolt, it's in the right place. It's just obviously that's where the chamfer it lies.
It's not here then.
I haven't tested yet, mate, but
Oh, it's a big test.
but I have had the bottom ball joint in before and it didn't. So let's have a look. Yeah, do you want to hold the camera? Here we go. Now. And there we go. That is what I've been trying to achieve. Some clearance. Because if we look at these ones, I did actually try shaving it. Not so that I could get away with not changing them. Purely just because I couldn't leave the car on the ramp until the new ones turned up. But yeah, man, that is a win there. Success. And on top of that, fully rose jointed and adjustable bottom arm as well. So nice. And there we have it. Fitted. Clearances are, I would say, absolutely spot on. Fluid isn't in yet. Not quite connected yet, but brake lines on, clearance, no scrubbing. All the assemblies on there. And there we have it. The bracket is on, bolted up. Original Subaru Impreza nuts there, and this is a little bit of a pain because you've got to have to thingy it on, get that nut on first, but it fits, it clears. Clearance on here. Nice bit of fresh air in between that now. As you can see, has done a bit of a groove on that disc, but not that bad. Well, yeah, happy with that. Now, just got to replicate that on the other side. Right, back to the Fiesta. Been having a little bit of an issue. I ordered up these brake lines, which were for a Subaru Impreza, but it's got this really long thread on that side. And if I grab myself a torch, you look inside of that hole, there is nothing for it to butt up against. So it was actually pushing against this top piston, pushing that out, making everything bind against this side.
Is that yours?
Yeah. Now I have got these bad boys with banjo bolt fittings on the end. So I'm going to have a look and see whether or not they work better. So as you can see, the length of that compared to that looks much better. Plus, not having any pressure on the back of it, this one's going to self-tighten itself, whereas this one here, it needs something against the end of that to stop this from wobbling backwards and forwards to make the pressure, the tension on the end of that. And the only thing that's doing that is the back of the piston, which was causing the clearance issues. So I will get this one fitted on and see what happens. And a couple of double mill joiners to make these fit. And there we go, brake lines fitted, new bracket fabricated to hold the pipe there, fitted in here. Just need to wait for my little tabs to turn up because I can't find the ones that I had. But yeah, plenty of clearance, doesn't touch anything. And other side looking fabulous too. And here we go, actually able to use the foot pedal, so those brakes are done and running. Yeah, boy. Front bumper needs to be sanded down like and lacquered.